What's good, guys? This is Mayan, and we are live at 5. Again, my name is Mayan Gordon. I'm the owner of Mayan Gordon Media and Monkey Boy Arts. Monkey Boy Arts is my glass blowing company, and Mayan Gordon Media is my coaching consultation and full social media account management company. And today I wanted to hop on and let you guys ask me anything. So shout out to everyone who's watching on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Facebook. You guys post your questions in the comments. I will check those out and we will address them here. I'm going to pull up my comments right now on my LinkedIn. Also make sure and check my audio. Let's see, it appears. Let's see if that fixes it. I've been having some audio issues with these headphones, so I might have to switch to my other headphones. See if it pops on here in a second. All right, you guys, I'm checking audio right now. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. If you can hear me, let me know. Let's see if that fixes it. I've been having some audio issues with these headphones, so I might have to switch. Okay, cool. So the audio is good. Checked it on my phone. If you guys are watching What's Good, you know what to do. Post where are you watching from, where in the world. It could be a country, it could be a city, a state, and what is one thing that you're grateful for today. And again, today I am here to answer your guys' questions. Please let me know. It could be anything related to starting up your own business, to working on personal skills, personal growth, to questions about me and my personal life, anything you guys got, TikTok, LinkedIn, throw it at me. Awesome. Andrea, Ray, and Ronnie, thank you guys for letting me know that the audio is good. Wonderful to hear. And one question that I get asked a lot is how to get started on TikTok. That's probably the biggest question. People know all this information. They have kind of like an idea about the content that's on TikTok, but they personally just don't know where to start. And I think if you're in this position where you feel stuck and you just need to get over that hump of starting to post content, there's really two options, right? One option is to be incredibly strategic, and the other is to be completely random. Now, I think both actually have merit and benefit. Being strategic can be more purposeful, can get you closer to your specific goals that you're trying to go for. And I think actually being more random can give you a better chance at going viral right in the beginning. What's up, Josh? How's it going? We also got Ray watching from Dallas. Steady rain, hooray. You know, we've got a pretty gloomy weather over here in Spokane, Washington for the next whole week as well. I'm always looking at my weather app because sunshine is one of the things I personally appreciate and enjoy the most. If it's a sunny day, I am feeling great. And when it's gloomy out, I have definitely more of a challenge personally in terms of motivating myself, in terms of getting my energy up there, and in terms of just feeling happy. How many of you guys can relate to that on a cloudy day, you just feel a little bit more gloomy than compared to a sunny day when you feel awesome and you get that sunshine? All right, so here's one thing that can help. Let's go back to that TikTok conversation. If you want to go the random route, the absolute easiest way to do that is start filming things you're already doing. For example, do you eat food? Do you prepare food for yourself? Food's an excellent category to get into any social media platform because everyone kind of likes to look at good food. Like, no one gets mad when a delicious food video picture shows up on their feed. Now, I might skip past it. It might not be something I really care about at the moment, but I'm not going to get upset. And I think that's important to understand that that's a pleasing type of content. Food content is pleasing. We all like food. Other types of content that are pleasing to everyone are really great types of content to get into a social media platform with. So this would be art. Everyone kind of enjoys art. Same thing with music. If you have any musical tendencies whatsoever, from banging on the table to singing to playing a musical instrument, all of those are excellent, excellent things to film and create a video, especially a 10-second video around to post on TikTok. Now, let's say maybe you don't have any musical talent. Maybe you feel like you don't have any artistic talent. And let's say that you don't eat food. Let's pretend. Let's say you ate, you were on a smoothie diet, and that's how you got all your nutrients. Do you have dogs? Do you have pets? Those are a great thing to take video. Again, everyone kind of loves a cute dog or a cute cat. I don't know if you guys just heard my dog bark in the background. She heard us. But animals are great content. I think another thing would be fashion. Fashion's a really great thing. Whatever you wear, someone else really probably has the same style as you. There's probably a bunch of people who have a similar taste in clothing or fashion as you do. So, do videos with your clothing. There's so many options to pick from your day-to-day life to get started for a 10-second video clip. So you guys just get started. Think about, what am I doing on a daily basis, and start to visualize, oh man, that would be a good 10 seconds, or start to get a little creative in what you're already doing. And this is what's so cool about TikTok. It actually starts to make your day more fun. This is why people fall in love with it. You start by videotaping, 10 seconds of your food that you made. And then you get the idea, oh, that would be a better video if I did this. And now you get to do it again next time you have breakfast or next time you have dinner. You do it a little bit different, and you're having fun with it, and you're getting to share your creativity with other people and get their feedback and get their response. And again, it's a really fun process to be a part of. All right, we got a couple more people in the chat. What is good? Awesome. I love it. Jonathan saying hi. Appreciate that. Barlene, what is good from Trinidad? Super cool. We also got Mukwam from Afghanistan. That's super cool. And we got, let's see, Roland here from Indonesia. I love it. And he's got a question for me. How do you write the killer strategy for social media, LinkedIn and Instagram specifically? And then 2, what's my perspective on the world after COVID in terms of branding and marketing? Great questions. Awesome. I love it. So how do you write a killer strategy? I think strategy comes down to 2 things. And really, a lot of times it's not something you necessarily have to write down. And it comes out of all the other things you've written down. So when I'm forming strategy, it's mostly done in my head. Hey, Hershey pup, stop that. Sometimes you guys, you gotta yell at your dogs. Stop being naughty. Hershey is one of my dogs. Hey, Hershey pup, you gotta stop licking his ears. She likes to lick my French bulldog Kronos's ears. They've got like a little cute, adorable doggy love relationship there. Anyway, so strategy for me is something that is almost like an ethos. It's more of a core set of principles that you run your business, or you run your social media, or you run your life by. So my social media strategy is the same as my life strategy, which is provide massive value, learn to communicate with the people I want to communicate with in their terms and in their language. And then also, always be responsive and adaptive. So be asking my customers, be asking the market questions, and responding based on that feedback. I think that's my strategy in life. That's my strategy in social media. So figure out, what is your strategy in general as a person to accomplish your goals in life, and apply that through social media. Now, how do you figure out that if you don't, let's say you don't know where to start? I have kind of a very strong sense of who I am and what I want. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're in a place where you're like, I don't really know what my purpose is. I know that I want to do something great. I know I want to make more out of my life than I currently have, but I don't know what I want to make that into. How do you get started from that place? That's, I think, the more common question that people really have is, I don't really know where I'm going, so how do I post about that right now? And I think what you got to do is pick different, more specific, more niche down, chunked down things to start writing about. You don't have to start writing about this grand mission that you have if you don't have one yet. That's okay. Not all of us are at that stage, or will ever get to that stage in terms of our own process, our own goals, and what we want for ourselves. So what you can do is focus on the things that really are important to you, or that are a part of your life. So that could break down to, again, skills. You guys, I love to talk about skills. Whatever your skills are, talk about them and write about them on social media. It's a great way to connect you with other people who either have the same skills or who value those skills. And that's a great way to start building not only community, but starting to understand what other things that people want you to share. Because as they start showing up their content in your feed, you'll start to get a sense of what these people think about. And then you can start to craft kind of reverse engineered content, thinking about who are these people? What kind of content are they the most interested in reading or seeing or watching at this time? And then thinking about how what you do, what you've experienced can then fit in or relate to that. And then I'm going to tackle the second question, which is, what's my perspective on the world after COVID in terms of branding and marketing? So I think the world is such a big place. It is always going to be incredibly diverse in terms of what people are doing. I think there will always be people who are only doing sales marketing and are still going to be doing cold calling, email marketing, old school sales tactics, let's say. I think that more and more people are shifting towards a long-term vision of what brand marketing is, towards understanding that when people support your brand past a certain level of loyalty, that's where you win the game. That's where you get to next levels of business. That's where you don't have to worry about competition based off price, which I think is a really important thing. That as the economy, as the global markets are getting more and more saturated with more and more businesses, more and more competition, the price game becomes less and less attractive to play. And the brand game, even starting out at a small level, becomes so much more attractive to start playing. I would rather have a business that has an incredibly strong core following that makes a much smaller profit than a business that's making a very large profit but is very shaky because it's based on prices and not based on customer loyalty or people wanting to support your brand. I think brand support is highly, highly undervalued because people have not started to truly measure its effects and its value over a longer term period, let's say a 10-year span. How does brand loyalty come into effect in terms of revenue over 10 years? I bet you is way more impactful than most people have been paying attention to. So I think we're going to continue to see a shift towards brand marketing as those things become apparent, as brands have been shifting and making commitments to longer term plans that are lasting years and years, where the trajectory is 5 or 10 years of growth. And I think when those brands start winning, then it'll be pretty obvious that that's a better route to go than strictly sales marketing. Hugo says, food, you should see the cheesy dish I'm cooking right now. Great point, because you guys, this is something I found. I'm glad Hugo brought this up. Men love cheese. Women love desserts. Men love cheese. This is like, obviously there's nuances, but these are kind of the generalizations that absolutely apply. Ask any dude you know, he loves mac and cheese, pizza, anything with cheese. Women, we like cheese, but we really, really love cake and dessert and chocolate. I found this out through my TikTok accounts, literally from posting these different types of content and seeing, wow, 90% of the people who comment and like a dessert video are women. And 50% of the people who comment and like a cheese video are men. So it seems like 50-50, but that actually means that there's a lot more men because TikTok's heavily weighted towards women right now. We got Kevin from Nipomo, California. I've never been to Nipomo. Which part of Cali is that in? I drive through California a lot, every single year, multiple times a year. So I always love learning more about California. Ray, it looks like you've got a question about TikTok and sports. Could you elaborate? I'm not quite sure specifically what your question is. Hugo says he always recommends writing down the strategy. It makes it more real and could be good, a good alignment reminder. Absolutely, I agree. I think writing down anything can be a very, very useful tool. But I think if you're getting stuck at the writing it down part, don't let that be the end all. You can still do stuff that doesn't involve writing that will allow you to better develop your strategy. So that might be listening to how other people have created their strategies and starting to just understand what a strategy even means to other people will help you better define what a strategy means to you. It can definitely mean something slightly different to different types of people. So I think it's important to you guys to really understand that words in business can mean different things to different people. And it's really important for you to understand, one, what does that word very specifically mean to you? And then two, what are the different ways that other people are meaning when they use that word, because it will give you amazing context and perspective when you're communicating. Oh, I love this. Andrea says, is it Andrea, the first way I'm pronouncing it, or Andrea, number 2, 1 or 2? That way I can make sure I'm getting your name right. Creating more time in your life and doing what you love. Also, building your financial independence and assets. These are great topics, right? These are things that we are all interested in, are we not? That's why we're on a business-based social media platform, a personal growth-based social media platform like LinkedIn, or if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, I know that you guys are interested. Otherwise, you wouldn't be picking to watch a business/personal growth-minded live stream when you're on an entertainment-based platform. So I think that how do you successfully do that, no matter who you are, no matter where you're starting out, no matter what resources you have? Because I'm here to tell you guys, absolutely every single person, no matter how smart you are, no matter how developed your skills are, no matter where you live in the world, you absolutely can build financial independence, financial wealth, and freedom in a level of happiness where you feel like life is a dream, a complete blessing. And does it take a lot of work to get there? Absolutely, as it should, to get something so incredibly wonderful, especially because that hard work to get there is what makes it so wonderful, you guys. If it was easy to gain financial independence, I can promise you, in fact, I know people who got it not easy, but quickly. Let's say they built up a huge amount of wealth in 1 to 2 years, and afterwards actually felt very unhappy because they weren't challenged. They didn't know what to do. You guys, as human beings, we love challenge. We love to overcome obstacles. It makes us feel so fulfilled, so rewarding. And so I think, how do you build that into a process that allows you to achieve incremental increases? Sorry, that was redundant. Incremental growth and steps forward with your financial freedom, with your assets. So you got to think about it like building an empire. It's not about all of a sudden just reaching a number. It's about slowly, each month, every single month, building on what you've already built. So in terms of some more actual concrete things, this comes down to being able to create a budget for yourself. If you have not created a budget for yourself, you absolutely must. If you are watching this and you have not done a monthly budget of your income and your expenses, you have to do this because it allows you to do forecasting. Forecasting is an incredibly powerful thing. One, because it gives you clarity and focus on where you need to be putting your attention for your financial resources and your income. 2, it literally trains your mind to go, I am going to make that much money in this month if I do these things. And it allows you an extra power to execute on the things that you know you need to do to make more money, to gain more freedom, to gain more stability. These are all things that you have to think about before you actualize them. They are not going to happen by accident. So if you're someone who struggles with these things, reach out to a mentor or coach. It's probably one of the best investments you can make. I am a mentor or coach. You can reach out to me. That is what I do with my business, My On Gordon Media. In addition to managing brands and businesses' social media accounts, I personally also do one-on-one coaching with people to help them do financial planning, in addition to personal brand growth and really just overall growth that's going to allow you to develop these different financial assets and digital assets. I really focus on digital assets versus physical assets. I am also a landlord and very interested and knowledgeable about real estate, but I have less experience. I've only been a landlord for less than 2 years now. So I tend not to teach about things that I don't have at least 10 years of experience in, but I have 10 years of experience in personal branding, in digital asset creation, and also just in personal growth on a whole. What do I think about policy plan in a business plan? How should it be in order to have better skills and strategies and finally be more efficient? So I think, policies are, again, great things that can help guide you. I think policies are really great for when you're trying to scale and keeping people all cohesive and kind of on the same plane. But really, in terms of improving skill, I love experimentation. I think experimentation is really a great way to not only learn, but to learn quickly. I think doing the same thing over and over again has its merit, but throwing something into the mix of that repetition does something special that not only allows you to perceive and learn through contrast, but it forces you to care more about the progress because it throws a wrench in the progress that you were making. And it's a very interesting feeling and emotion to be making progress in something, throw a wrench in it, learn from it, experience whatever's going on, and then go right back to that progress with these new tools that you got through this experimentation. Oh my God, the funny thing now is I totally forgot which one was number one and number two in terms of, it's Andrea, right? Number two is Andrea, I think. That's what I do, you guys. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, absolutely. You guys, Ray said he's going to DM me some questions. That is a great thing. If you guys have any questions that I do not address during this live stream, because I try and keep these relatively short when I'm a solo. This whole next week, we have an incredible lineup of guests. I'm so excited. Those ones are probably going to go a little longer because they're going to be packed full of some really interesting stories and information. But if you guys have any questions, send me a message, send me an email. Here is my email address right there at the bottom of the screen. Stephen or Stefan, and again, not sure how to pronounce it. Either way, Stephen, Stefan, I really appreciate you watching. Ireland, that is so cool. It is definitely one of my goals to go to both Ireland and Scotland. I'm a huge fan of architecture. Being, one of the reasons I really love real estate is because of, I love houses. I love all the different ways they've been built. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Just another form of, human creation artwork. And castles are just like, oh, they make my heart flutter. And Ireland and Scotland are filled with incredible castles. Plus, you guys, I love, love, love whiskey. I don't drink a lot in terms of volume. I drink on a regular basis. I have 1 to 2 drinks of whiskey, probably, 3 to 5 nights a week. And I really enjoy the different types of whiskeys. I love the history that's tied to whiskey. And it's something I love to experience in many different places when I travel. It adds a bit to my traveling experiences. Steven, he says, isn't English funny? PH makes a V sound sometimes. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up again. If you have any questions, hit me at the email address below, monkeyboyarts@gmail.com. And if you got any value out of this, it would mean an incredible amount to me if you would like, comment, and especially share. You guys, shares help us out the most. And again, shout out to everyone who's watching on YouTube, Facebook, on LinkedIn. I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and do not miss out on the guest that we are having tomorrow night. It is Robert Walmsley, and it is going to be very, very interesting, very entertaining. One of my first kind of structured guests as we move more into kind of the podcast style show that I'm going to be doing. This live stream show is a combination of me, myself, and I, a podcast that I'm going to be doing and posting to YouTube on a separate podcast channel. Yes, everything right now is streaming to my Maayan Gordon Media YouTube channel, but I'm actually starting a separate specific podcast channel. It's going to be called The New Age Podcast. That's going to be coming soon. It's going to be produced. It's going to be super nice, and very much looking forward to that. Top level guests coming to that. Again, you guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.